my name's Lauren Hartley and today I'll be talking about two of the marketing myths. The first myth that I'll be discussing is a strong brand is invincible. Here I'll be discussing some of the issues surrounding this and making a great example of Thomas Cook and how they prove a strong brand certainly isn't bulletproof. I'll also be touching on how a strong brand can regain credibility. I've got a great example from Pepsi about this. I'll also be linking it to the McKinsey 7 framework as well. The second half of my vlog I'll be discussing my second myth, which is there's no value in tweets. Here I've got a great example from Oreo when one of their tweets went viral at the 2013 Super Bowl game. As well as discussing some of the issues surrounding this myth, I'll also be including the macro environment and doing a bit of a pestle analysis as well. So, when considering marketing myths, an organisation should be both inwardly and externally focused to truly understand and react to changing customer needs and trends. Researching who your customers are and what they require is a start to developing a relationship with them. One common marketing myth is the idea that a strong brand is invincible. A strong brand is certainly a valuable asset for any company. However, referring to them as invincible may be going too far. Take Thomas Cook, for example, a global British travel group whose reputation was recently tarnished as they went into compulsory liquidation. They were brought down by a 1.2 billion debt pile, followed by poor efforts from their marketing team to pitch themselves to a new generation of tourists. In theory, the McKinsey 7 framework would be a great way to avoid any future mishaps. The model identifies 7 internal elements of an organisation that need to align for it to be successful. The 7 S's are structure, system, strategy, skills, staff, style and shared values. If Thomas Cook ensured they had a thorough strategy with a clear structure throughout the business followed by shared values, it may have been a different story for them. A big brand that can come crashing down cannot rebuild its image. If it's so badly damaged, it can repair itself with lots of hard work and genuine remorse for what went wrong. For example, Pepsi created an advert with the infamous Kendall Jenner. The ad was a blowout of youth and race exploitation gone wrong. Pepsi considered an extremely strong brand. They're even on the Forbes most valuable brands list. When a strong brand like Pepsi made the wrong decision with a marketing ad, by holding their hands up and apologising, they regained their credibility. However, this still doesn't make them invincible, as very clearly, no matter how strong a brand is, anyone is capable of making vital marketing errors that damage their entire reputation. Another marketing myth worth mentioning is that there's no value in tweets. Tweets are considered ephemeral, but value is not derived from the longevity, but how you use them. They are changing the way companies carry out research. Twitter can be a very useful tool in providing your brand with voice and a personality. Depending on the tone you take up, the structure and format of your tweets, and even how you interact with potential customers, it all contributes to your brand and online persona. As a consumer, Twitter is a great way to deliver bite-sized pieces of information. In today's day and age, no one has time to sit and read through pages of information, so a simple tweet that can be read at any time, anywhere, is much more efficient, is a great building block for you and your customer relationship. When considering tweets, you can also use hashtags. When you include a hashtag, your tweet can be seen by a larger audience. This allows consumers to follow certain topics or see trends that they're more interested in. This makes the tweets they see on their timeline much more relevant and much more efficient. Another valuable tweet would be from Oreo. Here the team were ahead of their game when the Super Bowl experienced an infamous blackout. The Oreo team jumped on the cultural moment with a tweet that said, "Power out? No problem." And the stark-lit image of an Oreo with a caption that read, "You can still dunk in the dark." The message caught on immediately with over 15,000 retweets, which is pretty impressive for a one-off joke. And the Oreo was still trending for 24 hours after the game had finished. This vast media attention provided Oreo with lots of publicity and potentially a boost in sales. Oreo had a team of 15 to keep on top of any of the updates surrounding the 2013 Super Bowl. They would have considered things like the macro environment when making these vital decisions. For example, with the pestle analysis, socio-cultural aspects would have come into play. Understanding the audience of the Super Bowl and the types of people that are likely to attend the game would have massively impacted their marketing decisions. So, in conclusion, I have found that brands are certainly not invincible, as proven by both Thomas Cook and Pepsi. Sadly for Thomas Cook, it meant they had to go into liquidation, but even for Pepsi with their Black Lives Matter campaign, they received quite a bit of backlash when that was released. However, I've also discovered that if a brand is capable of holding their hands up and apologising, they can regain quite a bit of credibility again. I've also discovered that tweets are certainly a valuable attribute to any brand, as demonstrated by Oreo back in 2013 with the Super Bowl tweet that they released. That got 15,000 retweets, which would have contributed to mass media attention, brand recognition, sales, and product likability. So overall, I think tweets are a valuable asset to a social media campaign.